So there's this guy on the internet. His name is Andy Elliott. He's an ex-used car salesperson. He's very fit. He seems to make fitness and energy a very big part of his brand, taken off in recent years. Now, there's a lot of controversy surrounding this guy about whether he's a scummy salesperson, whether his tactics actually work, maybe even whether he's got actual decent sales advice. Now, if you have a look at his YouTube channel, he's got nearly 1 million subscribers, so he's resonated with some people. But his most recent videos, they're struggling to crack the 10,000 view mark. So maybe people are starting to catch on. Maybe this guy isn't who he says he is. I want to know if, in amongst all of the controversy, in amongst all of the alpha male bravado, high energy stuff that he does, whether he does have some golden sales advice. So I've got a video loaded up here ready to go, and we're going to react to it.
If I was to build a human, someone who had never been in sales, and I could teach them these 10 things, they'd freaking crush everybody, all right? You can sell people on any vision, on any dream, and do whatever it is that you want to do if you know how to do these 10 things.
Man, that's intense. That's an intense intro.
People are made, not born. People, when they get serious, they freeze, they get paralyzed.
He said that salespeople they freeze and they get paralyzed. And he's not entirely wrong about that. That comes down to a belief in oneself and a belief in the product or the service that they're selling. If you're getting nervous selling something you don't believe in, I'm like, it's going to show. It's going to show that the product, if you don't feel like you're providing something to someone that they truly need, that will 100% benefit their life, and they will be happy with that purchase, it's going to show. You're going to freeze up and you're not going to be sure, unless you're a scammer and this is the art that you've mastered. But anyways, let's continue.
These micro skills will come into every conversation you have for the rest of your life. If you can master these 10 skills I taught during this video, you will work your way up the ladder to being the #1 salesperson in the world. Now, if you're in the sales space right now and you want to go to become the best, you want to make $1 million a year, $5 million a year, 500 grand, your first 100 grand, 100 million, whatever you want to make, I'm going to tell you, these micro skills will come into every conversation you have for the rest of your life. Sales was my way out. This is how I changed my whole life. Okay, I built a 9-figure business based off sales.
I kind of feel like he's the first, like, what are we at? We're at 1 minute 40 into the video. I kind of feel like the first minute of his video, he could have just cut that out. Like, the effects are cool and all that, and I'm not here to judge anyone's video editing skills or anything. It's all cool. I'm here for the real stuff. And the thing that makes me feel uncomfortable is when people spend more time building up the value of what it is that they're trying to give you than actually giving it to you. Now, I know people might say that's an educational thing. You've got to be educated to know, why this works and why you got to do these things. I would just love it if he started the video at selling was my way out, because it brings out, the personal side of it, the authentic side of him. And I think people will generally, I've found in my experience, I've had the most success when people are connecting with me authentically and I'm selling authentically.
10 micro skills that you must master. Now, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to understand the word master. Most people are a master of none. If you want to become rich, get really, really good at one freaking thing.
We're 3 minutes and 14 seconds into the video. Andy still hasn't given us one skill that we must learn, unless one of them is the ability to learn, which I agree is a great skill. I want to have a moment here where I'm like, damn, I never thought of that.
Helps you make the most money. So let's get after it. #1, smiling, that's this, with your eyes. Man, this is so important. Most people think of smiling with their teeth. This is smiling with your eyes.
I don't know whether smiling with your eyes is a skill. I mean, like, if you're faking smiling with your eyes, so you look genuinely happy when you're not, that is a skill. But if I'm selling you something and I have to fake how genuinely happy I am to sell that thing to you, then maybe that's something I shouldn't be selling. It's very important that if you're going to sell something, you see the value in it and you see how it can change the lives of the people that you are selling it to. So if you genuinely have, if you genuinely see value in the thing you sell, you're going to smile because you're happy to be providing the solution, giving this person a chance to enhance their life. And by design, by nature, your eyes are going to smile because that's a genuine smile.
This is good. Okay, over here, lost eyes. Dude, I literally walk into a room, people's eyes are roaming everywhere.
This is all very basic stuff. Now, Andy might have written this video so that way it starts from most basic skill and ends on most advanced sales skill that you can have. Now, if he's promising this video is the best sales training video on the internet, then number 10 has to be the best sales skill you could ever hear, right?
Number 2, smiling while you're speaking. Right now, I want you to try to say something. I want you to try to smile while you're saying it. This is huge.
I was actually hoping for a much more impactful skill. Smile while speaking. I think maybe he's talking about consciously and actively choosing to smile when speaking. Again, if you have a passion for sales, you have a passion for the product that you're selling, then you will naturally smile. Your whole face will smile. It will come through not just in your face, it will come through in your speech. Because put it this way, if you answer a phone just after you heard a funny joke, you answer a phone, the person on the other end will probably go, wow, you sound like you're having a great day. Like they can hear that joy in your voice because there's genuine joy there. So mastering the art of faking this stuff, and I'm not saying Andy's saying that, but if you have to fake it in order to sell, then you don't see the value in what it is you're selling.
However, looking annoyed and having no interest is what most people do when they speak and they don't smile.
I would have thought it was obvious to not look annoyed when you're selling something. I'm like, again, I think this is coming down to foundational stuff. This isn't a sales skill. This is a personality and attitude problem. If you look annoyed and you're not interested when you're selling something, then you have no interest in selling that thing.
So number 1, smiling with your eyes. Number 2, smiling while you speak. Number 3, eye contact. This is huge. If you're talking to me and I see that like you look down at your phone, I believe that you believe that your phone is more important than our conversation.
Okay, eye contact, he's coming at it from the opinion that eye contact signals respect. And I guess it does. If you look someone in the eye, it is a sign of respect. It's disrespectful to look at your phone or look around at other customers. Again, an attitude problem, not a sales skill. Looking someone in the eye, when you're selling them something, if you look them in the eye, then you are convincing them, you are showing them that you have faith in what it is you're doing. So if you are looking them in the eye, they're going to trust you. It's going to be part of building trust because you have nothing to hide. People look away when they're not confident in what they're selling, and people look away when they lie. So maintaining eye contact, again, it's not a skill. It is a skill in a general sense. A lot of people do struggle with eye contact. I used to struggle with it. But eye contact really, it's just a basic general trait, a foundational thing that helps your buyer trust you.
All right, here we go. Number 4, humor and laughing. This is so freaking important, dude. People get stressed out when they spend money. People, when they get serious, they freeze, they get paralyzed.
Humor is a powerful relationship building quality. Again, it is a foundational thing. Now, do you need to be funny in order to sell a lot of stuff? Absolutely not. A lot of people value your competency, your knowledge of the product, your ability to deliver it, and your ability to deliver it in a way that makes them put you ahead of all of the other competition. Humor can be great for relationship building. It can be great, especially if it's a little bit self-deprecating. It can make you more human, can make you more relatable. Again, it's a trust building quality. It's a foundational quality. And it does have a bearing sometimes on sales success.
So whenever things are costing more money, monthly payments are higher, price tags are bigger, I gotta spend more cash out of my pocket, I gotta finance more money, Dude, that stuff's stressful.
Andy is, in a roundabout way, actually making a very valuable point. I just don't think he's worded it in a way that captures the value of that point. If you are in the midst of the sales process where the client is at their most stressed point, this is a pain point for them, they are very stressed out, it is understandable that at that point in time they need reassurance. Now, they don't need false reassurance. They need a thing that I call future framing, where you can see that they're gone a little bit quieter. They're not making eye contact anymore. They're starting to really question the decision they're making. Now, someone who's present, someone who makes space in their mind for the client, will see this and say, "Hey, look, I can see you're a little quieter. You're unsure about something. Tell me, what is it that worries you?" Now, if you've done your job as a salesperson, they will probably already see the value in it. But future framing is saying, look, I know what you're saying. You're scared of the unknown. You're scared that there's something that you don't know that you should know right now that would prevent you from buying this product. Future framing is, this is what will happen. You'll buy the product, you'll take it home, or whether it's a car, whether it's an appliance. This is the experience that you're likely going to have. If it does exactly what you say it does, which it should, then they will go back home, they will experience the product, and they won't regret the purchase. And I've got a saying that you never regret paying a little bit more for something that does exactly what you expect it to do.
Right now, everybody comment below a buddy that works in your company that you know is freaking dead. And you're like, dude, I know who that is. That's freaking Jake. Jake's dead, Bob. Or some of you may be like, that's me. But I ain't staying that way.
I think he's referring to maybe someone who's been brought into the company who doesn't have a natural charisma, doesn't sort of express themselves very well. If the company's hired someone at a higher level that's like that, that's a hiring misstep. If someone's come in at an entry level that's like that, again, that's an attitude thing. That's a self-esteem thing. That's a self-doubt thing. And it's ultimately a foundational thing. It's not a sales skill thing. It goes into all of the social situations that they experience.
Number 5, head nods. You want to make more money, right? You don't want to stay broke, do you?
I'm sorry I'm laughing because we're nearly halfway through this list. We are halfway through this list. And head bobbing and head shaking, again, if someone's talking to me and they're saying something and I can understand it, I'll be like, yeah, I get it. I can see why you'd say that. And if I'm selling something and I'm like, look, do you think that's pretty good, right? You're pretty happy. That's a pretty good value proposition. Or do you think that's pretty good? I'm like, it's just a natural thing. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Again, this is kind of an energy thing. Do you need to be high energy to be an effective salesperson? Absolutely not. You just need to do a really damn good job at being real and resourceful and reliable. If you can do those 3 things, and I'll dive into that one day. If you can do those 3 things, easily won half the battle. But high energy, low energy, there is no real benefit one way or the other. It's just 2 different sales styles, 2 different personality types.
Over here, what is this? This is what we don't do. Losers don't lead. Let's crush it. All right, next one, head nods. Next one, posture.
It's also important. Again, posture is a result of foundational work, a result of your belief in yourself, your belief in your product, your ability to deliver, your ability to solve problems. You will walk with confidence when you have undeniable proof that you are successful. No amount of self-doubt is going to override cold, hard evidence that you are good at what you do. So walking tall, having good posture, and using good gestures confidently, it's a sign of belief in oneself, a belief in the product. It's an indicator of reliability, and it's an indicator of competence.
0 confidence. When someone doesn't have confidence, their posture shows it.
He's 100% right. That's literally what I just said. If you're not confident, your posture will reflect it. One of the best things I think anyone could say is, and retain confidence and build integrity, is if someone asks them a question, they don't know the answer. It's the best thing to say is, I don't know the answer, but I do know how to get it. Let me get it for you.
I want you to text me. This number right here,
I want to know from anyone who's ever texted, what response did you get? I know Andy actually used to say, call me. I'm pretty sure he used to say, call me in some of his videos. It's going to probably go to one of his guys, and one of his guys who I'd say he's trained is going to try to sell you something involving Andy Elliott.
You guys feeling me? Dude, isn't sales awesome?
I'm sorry. You guys feeling me? I'm feeling you.
Fall in love with learning. Fall in love with learning. I promise you, my secret superpower is that I love to freaking learn. I love it. Okay? I love it. Every time I learn, I earn more money.
You know, Andy's saying fall in love with learning. It's a great piece of advice. It's probably a little, a few steps short of the real value of why you should fall in love with learning. He says he fell in love with learning, and every time he learns something, he earns more money. That could very well be true. But the idea of falling in love with learning, it's actually fall in love with self-improvement. Fall in love with always trying to better yourself, be better than you were yesterday, one little step at a time. Self-improvement is a big part of my life. It's challenging who I was yesterday, who I am right now, and trying to expand my skill set, expand my understanding, certainly expand my ability to verbalize what's going on in my head, because sometimes I find it a little bit hard to do that. Andy's right. Fall in love with learning. An extension of that, fall in love with self-improvement.
Hands. Dude, these things right here are the most dangerous things in the freaking world. Keep them out of your damn pockets.
Most dangerous thing in the world right here. You can keep your grizzly bears, your venomous snakes. I'm in Australia. We have no shortage of dangerous spiders. As soon as those suckers see this, they're out of there. He is embellishing the idea that your hands can make or break a deal. Hands in the pocket at the start of an interaction signals disinterest. Hands in the pocket when it's a relationship established and people have a sense of who you are. They feel like they know you. Shows relaxation, shows comfort. Hands in the pockets, maintaining eye contact, relaxed, comfortable composure. It's not going to make you look bad. It's just probably a personality trait, which again, definitely helps build trust with the client. I reckon that's a controversial take. If you disagree with me, put it in the comments and tell me why you disagree with me, because I'm here to learn too.
I can calm the room and I can bring it up. I can do whatever I want with these hands.
Using your hands to gesture it's a powerful way of creating visual intrigue. You're moving your hands like I'm doing now because it makes things more interesting. And it's also a great way of directing the customer's focus to whatever it is you need them to focus on.
These create electricity. These right here, these things, keep them out of your pockets. All right, right here, feet. You can't see it, but my feet keep moving around. I keep repositioning myself. So in sales, a lot of the times I'll move. Why? Because people's minds and attention span are really short.
There you go. Andy just said what I said a second ago. Movement creates intrigue. It keeps people engaged. Also, when you're moving on your feet, yeah, he's right. It does make a difference because you're, again, encapsulating the passion that you have for what you're selling or for the fact that you are selling. So it's going to show automatically in your feet, but also when you start moving, if I start moving in a particular direction as I'm talking to a customer, they tend to follow me in that direction, and I might be taking them to what I think is the best product for their needs. A good point. It is valid. It's not as advanced as a sales technique as I'd like to hear, but it isn't wrong either.
Move around. People will move with you. You're a leader. They will follow. Number 9 is my favorite. Tonality. What do you want people to feel?
Your tone when you speak to somebody is going to have a great effect. I guess it goes in line with body language. It's going to have a great effect on how the customer perceives you. I kind of feel like personally, if I go to a place and the salesperson's extremely loud, extremely energetic, that says something like, how good is that? I tend to trip them up because I just go, okay, it's reaching a point where it's astronomical if you're going to be like that. Your tone really has to capture your stable, undeniable belief in what it is that you're providing. My tone 100% comes from my heart. Again, it's a foundational thing. Everything that Andy has listed so far is foundational. I have had days where I've been full of energy, and especially days when I've been really driven because there's things that I want to achieve. And I get excited about it, and I start to feel a little disconnected from everyone around me, apart from my wife, who's fantastic. I start to get disconnected because my energy doesn't match theirs. My energy's up here, their energy's down here. Now, I know that Andy's maybe saying that if you have high energy, if you're in front of a group, it might work. But if I'm one-on-one and I have high energy with a low energy person, I alienate them. I make them feel small. This is not the kind of environment, these are not the kind of people that they like to be around. That's why the concept of mirroring exists for this reason. If someone is relatively low energy, matching their energy makes them feel comfortable. That's how they like to operate. That's the way that they like to communicate. And it makes a hell of a difference when you communicate with them in the same way. Now, if I meet someone who's high energy and I'm the person selling, I can still remain fairly low energy because their energy comes from within themselves anyways. Sometimes my low energy helps them bring their energy down a little bit, and they don't have to, it's just a natural side effect of the interaction.
Tonality is freaking everything. Whenever I'm painting the picture for somebody, whenever I'm selling a consequence, hey, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, whether you do this or you don't, bottom line is there's consequences to everything. If you do this today, there's going to be some really good consequences, and they're going to be X, Y, and Z. And then if you don't do this today, there's going to be some consequences that could happen, and they're going to be A, B, and C. You must become obsessed. Greatness is found in the extremes. And you may be watching me right now and you're like, oh man, this guy's, he's a joker. This guy's crazy. You got to stand out. You got to be different. You got to make relationships that others can't. And these micro skills is a way to freaking do it.
Andy said something there. He says you need to make relationships that other people can't. Your ability to create relationships with a diverse range of people will definitely affect your ability to sell. If you can make a relationship with pretty much anyone, you make them feel comfortable, then yeah, you have significantly more avenues to make sales. Saying things like, greatness is found in the extremes, he may be right, but I'm pretty sure that there are many extremely successful leaders and salespeople out there who don't do necessarily extreme things. They might put in a lot of hours, maybe they have a bit of an unusual lifestyle, but I don't think you need to be extreme. I just think you need to be competent and you need to be willing to challenge what you believe.
A couple favors here. Number one, I need you to share the video with a couple people that you love. Share the video, okay? Number two, play it in a meeting for your team, okay? Number three, watch the video 100 times.
For the record, you can watch this video just once. You don't have to watch it over and over again. But if you do it because you see value in it. Only if you see value in it. If you don't see value in anything I do on this channel, unsubscribe. Okay? And if I don't give you any advice or any tips that make a real world difference to your sales game when I upload those videos, unsubscribe from the channel.
If you have a good product, it is disrespectful when you don't sell it to somebody. If you know that it could help them, if it could keep them from being unstuck, if it could help them solve, it's disrespectful when you don't sell someone. Okay? And that's why I love sales.
I wouldn't say it's disrespectful. I just would say that they would find someone else who sells better than you and buy off them. Or they'll go home, deal with the pain that they've been dealing with for a while, and then end up going and buying off you or somebody else. So is it disrespectful? Yes and no. I'm like, if you're going to be a salesperson, and especially if you're going believe that you're the best salesperson wherever you are, then yeah, you owe it to the customer to provide them great service and give them the product that's going to save their pain points for sure. I don't think it's necessarily disrespectful though.
I want you to follow me. Words are godlike. When I speak and I'm selling, you know, I've had a lot of people laugh at me because I'm really passionate about what I do. Words are godlike. I study words. I learn new language. I don't want to sound like everyone else. I don't want to talk like everyone else. And so when I talk, I envision, as I'm talking to somebody, that they don't have eyes.
There are now currently over 9 billion people on planet Earth. And I think there are going to be people out there that speak somewhat like you, just based on the odds. I think Andy has a point that learning how to articulate, meaning how to best say what it is you mean, can definitely help you with your sales. I think if you were to think about the way you speak as every word you say was to cost you $1,000, then you would find a way to give as much value in as fewer words as possible. You would try to be concise. Words can be powerful and they can go both ways. If you were to make a claim about a product that the customer will receive as being a bigger result than what they'll likely get, then they will be disappointed. So choosing your language is definitely a good idea. It's definitely a way of protecting yourself and the customer. Again, I think this comes down to a foundational skill. And I do have techniques for ensuring the way that I put something is accurate and is managing the customer's expectations. And the other thing as well is if you say something that you're like, wow, that actually sounded a little wrong. I kind of embellished something about this. I made something out to be bigger and more capable about this product than it actually is. Then the integrity inside of me says, no, I have to make this right. And you can say to the customer, look, I'm sorry, I think I might have misspoke. I know that you might have thought this, the truth is this, but I don't want you to be disappointed. I want you to get the right product. So words are powerful and words are important. It's not the greatest sales skill in the world. He might have some more, Andy might have some more wisdom, I might have some wisdom to follow up what he's saying here, but it's not a groundbreaking sales skill. And to be honest, I don't really know what would be a groundbreaking sales skill, because some sales skills and some manipulative tactics end up getting put into the same basket. And that's what I'm looking out for. Andy hasn't said anything in here that's wrong, necessarily wrong. It's just not as big and life-changing as I was hoping it would be.
Words are godlike. Don't sound like your competition. Don't sound like the people that answer the phones in your industry. Be a category king. Whatever category you're in, be the freaking best. Sound different than everyone else. Don't sound like everyone else. And when you speak to people, speak in such a way that honestly, people can see the unseen, and people, even if they didn't have eyes and they couldn't see you or see your product or see your presentation, the way that you use your words, let their imagination run. The video's worth 100 million right here.
If I paid for a sales course that had these tips in it, and I paid $150 for it, I probably want my money back. This is why Andy's putting it on YouTube, because this is foundational stuff. I know that he would probably be keeping all the stuff that could actually make a difference in your sales game, especially if you're, like me, 15 plus years in sales. Then you'd probably know this stuff's just foundational. You're already doing this stuff. He hasn't said anything that's mind-blowing.
10 skills I taught during this video. You will work your way up the ladder to being the #1 salesperson in the world. And along the way, you will help millions of people.
I can't just end this video without actually giving you something that I think is an actual sales skill that will benefit your sales game, that will make an actual difference. And I'm trying to pick which one that I personally have not developed, I just identified. I think we all have these skills. We just don't really know how to identify them and then repeat them necessarily. I think if I was a salesperson, and maybe, a lot of advanced sales people I've met in business to customer or business to public and business to business companies, sometimes they don't understand the concept of self-serving, which is a way of being resourceful. Not being resourceful necessarily just for the customer, but being resourceful for themselves. And let me give you an example. If I wanted to be the best salesperson in my company, and I was a business to business salesperson, sales representative, or business development manager, business development specialist, then I would want to be able to self-serve. That means I don't want to interrupt my customer, and I don't want to interrupt the people above me or around me to gain information that is going to make my sales ability better. So, for example, if I am a B2B salesperson of dishwashers, for example, or appliances, I would want to personally find out what makes those dishwashers that I have at the company I work for different and better. I'd like to identify 3 value points of each one of them in the range. And, chances are, from my experience, wholesalers will have a budget, a mid-range, and a premium option, or a variation of that. If you can pick out a budget, a mid-range, and a premium option and identify 3 value points on each of those that it has over the previous one, obviously the biggest value point of the budget one is its price. But then the mid-tier one might have a slightly more intuitive design. The premium one might have a better quality build. It might have a better warranty. This is a way of differentiating tiers and figuring out the reason a customer would go from the budget tier to the mid-tier, or from the mid-tier to the premium tier. So self-serving is your ability to go and find the value. For example, your ability to go and find the value in a product that is in your range that the flyers and the manufacturer don't even tell you. Now, in some cases, this is very hard. You don't have to find the value. It could be other things. I could find ways of expediting the delivery of my product. I could find ways of learning how to use the product. So not only am I selling it, I'm actually giving them instruction on how to use it and saving the customer time. That's self-serving, that I know how to go and find information skill that will benefit my ability to sell the product I am employed to sell, or the product that I've developed myself to sell, can be an absolute game changer. Now, if you see value in that, please put a comment down the bottom saying, I saw value in that tip. That's a great tip. If you didn't see value in it, if the whole video just felt surface level, please unsubscribe. Or don't subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because my absolute goal is to provide value for you. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm Denny. This is Your Edge in Sales. Take care.